7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Tune in. This is your Friday Night Lights podcast, photo and entertainment in Middle Georgia sales and services. Coke, don't worry about Pepsi. I had to go see a man about a music.
Look at here, look at here.
A-Town down.
And you better not lose.
Tune in.
Not so fast, my friend.
You better say it with your chest.
Come on now, shout it.
And you better not lose. And you better watch your mouth now.
I am a Lego.
Better shut your mouth.
Yes, I am. I don't mean to interrupt you. Better say it with your chest. Let's get it.
And you better not lose.
What's going on, people? Good evening. Good evening.
Yo, yo, yo.
What's up, Shawty?
We got our number one fan, front and center. How you doing, Mr. Obadiah?
What's going on, cousin?
Folks, what's good with you?
Just chilling. How is your day? Okay.
Well, surprisingly, my day was great.
Good.
Yeah, Walmart ain't kicked the BS today, so I'm happy.
Well, good. It's the end of the fiscal year, so we trying to get contracts and stuff awarded, and but anyway, that's boring. How you doing, Miss Stokely? How you doing, Miss Stokely? Welcome to the podcast. Let us know where you from.
Represent your set or your team. I'm kidding.
That's right. That's right. Podcast land listeners, y'all come in. I'm glad to know all is well, Miss Stokely. Y'all come on in. Let us know you're here. Say hello to us. I know we start off a little late, but we got jobs and stuff, so we do what we can while we can. What's going on, Mr. Brooks? Talk in the chats. Welcome. Oh, okay. Perry, Georgia, born and raised. Okay. I love you anyway, Miss Stokely.
Not I love you anyway. What's going on, Earl? Welcome to the show.
I'm just joking, Miss Stokely. Welcome. How you doing, Mr. Wright? Welcome. Come on in, guys. So glad y'all decided to join us tonight and thought it not robbery. And that's what they say at church. You thought it not robbery to join us tonight.
Almost took me to church, see?
They love that one. Well, welcome to the Wednesday night edition of the Friday Night Lights podcast show. I'm your girl, Jess. We got my sis, Shakira.
The feisty bulldog.
In the house. And we've got Thirsty B.S. Rollins Esquire.
Comma Esquire. What's up, Shawty? Hope the viewers and listeners out there in podcast land doing good tonight. Just let them know we got some drinks in the back and some 50 pieces.
You got to pull your own troubles.
That's right.
Yeah.
Pull your own troubles. We
don't do it for you. If I can pull mine, you can pull yours.
Mr. Wright says he thinks he needs to be on the board. What board? You talking about the panel tonight? You got some insight for us. What's going on, Mr. Wright? How you doing? Peach County? What's going on, friend? So we got what we got in store for him tonight, people.
Man, we got some news that we're gonna talk about that came out from GHSA today. And possibly discuss college stuff. Definitely gonna get into some NFL news, and then gonna bring the Wizard on. Wizard's gonna do his predictions for the upcoming weekend and get feedback, and throughout the whole show, get feedback from the audience, from the listeners.
All right.
See what the listeners want to talk about. And we're gonna close it out with a question of the day.
That's right. Mr. Wright said he wants to come on the panel. What you want to talk about, Mr. Wright?
Yeah, what you want to talk about? Because you come on here and you're not talking, we're gonna get you up out of here now.
Get them out of there.
and you know, Dro's not on here right now. Hey, Mr. Warriors, how are you? He's not on here right now, but somebody else can get you up out of here. But what you want to talk about, we'll be more than happy. What's going on, Tick? How you doing?
Well,
Welcome,
I tell you,
welcome.
I tell you what, we all running a little behind, so we're gonna fast forward through some things. So while he's trying to figure out what he wants to talk about, I'm just gonna share this. I'm just gonna share this news article with y'all real bad
Okay.
because I don't think we paid attention to this news article.
Mm-mm. Um, and make sure you show. Can you show the video too?
If I can find it,
Okay.
but look at this
It's
headline.
it's in that it should be in the chat. See, seen
Yeah,
it this morning.
yeah, it's in the
Okay,
chat.
I'll pull it up. But you see what the headline say, right? Both schools forfeiting games.
Mm-hmm.
That is that's ridiculous.
Um.
Now,
Mm-hmm.
I just want to make sure. So, y'all saying we gonna condone showing this? Is that what we saying? We gonna condone showing it?
I mean,
We don't
we just,
condone the actions that are being shown.
but I mean, just to give people insight, and the reason I say that because it has been reported that this there was a Savannah High player that was hospitalized, as well as a coach who got hit in the head with a helmet. He even thought about pressing charges. And so they reported it today, and I was just reading some comments, and Cross Creek is from Augusta. So those parents were talking about how Savannah High started the fight, and the coach he was trying to throw kids back and forth, and that's how he ended up getting hit with the helmet, but it wasn't intentional. So I don't know. There is a video of kind of what occurred, so y'all can make your own. Y'all can make your own predictions of that. Let me say hey to these people real quick, and then y'all can talk. What's going on, Dante? Yep, the Hoko Gauntlet starts Friday. How you doing, Mr. Wilson? How you doing, Mr. Green? How you doing, Antoine? What's going on, Kenneth? We love you too. Thank you. What's going on, Jeremy? Um, oh, that's right. That's right. We're gonna talk about that in a minute too. Um, Tom, what's going on, Mr. Murphy?
Hey,
And
Chad.
no, Dante, uh they forfeited that game, and I think Cross Keys forfeit that game and the game against Hart County because they're not going to be able to play Friday. But go ahead, y'all.
I didn't see it in the video that you posted that you sent.
You saw the video.
Okay.
You got to go to that post, and it's in the comment
Yeah.
section of that post.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay, because I know the video that was embedded in the article wasn't it.
It's embedded in the actual post. Somebody posted it in the comment section under there.
Gotcha.
Um, Antoine says the next games, both teams forfeit their next games. So I don't know how it started. I just know it was an unfortunate event. And the people from Augusta are pretty ticked off, and they're saying that the Richmond County school system just does not protect their kids. They said that Savannah High started it all, and this is not the first time that they've started something. You know, it was just a whole bunch of back and forth. So I don't know. And I don't know if that coach is gonna press charges or not. We'll try to show y'all the video so y'all can look at it and maybe give y'all's input. Do y'all have any input on it?
If charges can be pressed, press them. Because as an adult, you hit me and I can't fight you back. The best option is jail.
Ooh. Is the next game isn't region play? That's a good question. I don't think so, Obadiah, because they're playing Hart County. I don't know what classification Savannah High is in, but I don't think they will be in the same region because they're up in North Georgia. Paul said they better bring security down here.
Well, real fast. Yeah, what you put in there was the link to the actual art, was the link to the actual TV studio article, not the post. So that's why I can't see the video.
It's in the post. I know. I shared the post.
No, ma'am, you shared the link.
Did Shakira share the link or did Shakira share the post?
I shared the post, I think.
Nah, it's the link because the link is taking me straight to the news site.
The breaking Cross Creek. I shared too. The Augusta. Okay. All right. Well, we can't show you the. We can't show you the.
Dante, if it is the next game, that could just be a form of punishment.
Yeah, for the fight.
Right. Especially if it's non-region.
Four players were suspended. Kenneth, is that what you're saying? Okay. Oh yeah. I certainly will, Tick, and thank you for reminding me. Pray for us tomorrow night as we play South or West, inner city rivalry that never ends well. Are y'all playing over here in Thompson? Or y'all playing at y'all playing off of y'all playing at Henderson Stadium? But I will definitely pray because that could be. Y'all know how inner city rivalries go. So we're definitely gonna pray for y'all.
Hey, real quick, hop back up in the comments. Obadiah, we weren't questioning whether or not we should speak on it. We were questioning whether or not to show the actual video. And to clear up something, we are not everybody else. This podcast may not do what everybody else is doing. We do what works for us.
Coke, don't worry about Pepsi.
At all.
I think that's the best way to put it.
And I
Yeah.
come in at the right time.
Oh well,
Hey, yo.
look here.
What's going on, my family?
What's going on, sir?
Still out here trying to finish this day up. But I
Oh,
couldn't let you all go on and do the show without me.
oh, okay.
Of course not. Look, we're forced when we together.
That's
Exactly.
right. We bad all by ourselves, but we are forced when we together. So let's do it. Okay. Tick says Northeast and Southwest are playing at Ed to 4, and they no longer play at Henderson. Can you tell me why that is, Tick? I don't.
It's the fighting and shooting that's been going on up in Macon. And Tick, if you could let us know, have they regulated those games start time down to 6 o'clock or something now also? Try to get y'all in and out before it get dark up there.
I hate Henderson Stadium myself. I don't like playing over there at all. It's just, and then yeah, I can see how things could get out of hand in Henderson. You can't really contain anything.
Well, we know who has regulated their scheduled home games, and I ain't gonna lie and say I ain't scared. But we sure gonna be in Columbus.
That's right.
Yeah.
Their game started 6, right?
2 weeks back to back.
Wow. Their game started 6 o'clock too.
I think they changed. I saw somewhere. Don't quote me on this. I saw somewhere that they did change the time. I'm just unsure of what the actual start time is. I think it was 7:30 originally, but I think it's been pushed more towards daylight hours.
Okay.
Which sucks for most of us if we have to, leave work and travel.
Yeah. To Thomas. Yeah, that's not good. Dante says that sounds like playing at Hugh Mills back in the day. Dante, that's
yes, Lord.
Exactly what it is. That is exactly what it is. I have been to Hugh Mills. I played at Hugh. Well, yeah, I've had teams to play at Hugh Mills Stadium too. That's exactly what it is.
Now, don't age ourselves, Jess. I remember back in the day, Porter was kind of bad.
Oh yeah,
before they tore it down. I think it was a lot worse than Henderson, if you ask me.
As far as I enjoyed games at Porter Stadium.
Well, Fort Valley State when they played at Porter, but I mean that high school games and things. And it was around the time where I think the crime in Macon and the nonsense had just started. So it may have seemed bad at the time because Macon wasn't always like that. So
Y'all, Porter Stadium was like a coliseum, So everything was round. And just imagine, I guess, the dome on a smaller scale. And so security, it was dark back there. You could do just about anything back there. Anything you wanted to do. Anything. Yo, how you know?
Oh no, I was a little punk back then. I wasn't jumping out the porch yet. So
Antonio says no, the games are still at 7. It was a money issue. They wanted the district to foot the power bill and upkeep even during the months it wasn't using the stadium. Oh no. I know that's right.
Broke out during their football game this past Friday with Cross Creek, causing the game to end early.
Both Savannah High and Cross Creek High School will have to forfeit their upcoming football games this Friday. Savannah High will also have to pay a $1,500 fine for violating the rules of the Georgia High School Association. The school has been put on a severe warning status, which is probation for 1 year starting yesterday. During that time, the team will be closely monitored. They can't engage in any other inappropriate activity, or they'll face additional sanctions. Superintendent Dr. Denise Watts said at a press conference today what the district is asking of the team goes beyond that.
After all the dust settles, we want to get both teams together for a restorative conversation because we're not going to sanction and compliance our way to better sportsmanship. Our kids have to be reflective in that process. They have to own their behaviors.
School leaders say that meeting will happen via Zoom. The district is also requiring Savannah High players and coaches to complete the National Federation of High School Athletics Sportsmanship course. The incident remains under investigation. Well,
it is. Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, Dante says that's his news station. He was off Friday.
Oh, okay. That's what's up.
Hey, so that's in the Savannah area, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dante, if you're still here, and if you're still working in that area, you hadn't heard nothing about this? Because I know he works for a news station.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point he was in that area. So you don't know nothing about this?
Marco Polo, welcome. He says he got the video of what happened in Savannah was wrong. He said, yeah, he's heard of it. Antoine said that seems extreme. I think it's more of a culmination.
This is the second incident for one of them schools, ain't it?
Yeah, Savannah High. It's a combination. I think it's just kind of like, okay, we gotta nip this in the bud because it's happened more than one time.
Mm-hmm.
He was off Friday. So are you the one? So are you the cameraman? That's what you do?
Yes, he is.
Okay. See, it says
Obadiah. Chill.
He said it's Savannah's second incident. He said playing in West Macon is always proceed with caution. Hell, East too. Okay. Yeah. Well, what do y'all think about it? Do y'all think that it's extreme? I know Antoine thinks it's extreme. What about everybody else?
I don't think it's extreme because at the end of the day, you have to worry about other people's safety. And it's sad that you have to do that at a high school game. But just think about it. If things like this continues to happen, it may escalate to the type of incidents like what was happening in Columbus, where it was gunfire and all of that. Like, you don't want it to get that bad. And what happens if another incident happens and then those kids can't play ball at all anymore? A whole team suffers because of poor choices of a couple people.
Marco says they played Cross Creek last week, but beat them handily and had no issues. Paul said that was the first at Savannah High. The other incident was Jenkins High. You right, T. The east side is the peace side.
That's funny.
You right. I just be playing. My grandmother lives in a very safe neighborhood. I'm just talking. Yeah, he said the other incident was Jenkins High, not Savannah High. So, I mean, I wonder if they saw something that indicated that Savannah was in the wrong. Did Savannah High start it? Or are they just trying to send a message to everybody in the Savannah area?
No, it's been determined. It's been determined that Savannah was the aggressors in that.
Oh, okay. Let's see. So yeah, maybe they're just trying to send a message because we don't want this to get out of hand. And I'll be honest, how many of y'all out there have been to high school football games and a fight broke out? Like, well, not on the field, but just
in general.
in general. I mean, I remember, and this was a long time ago, and I never got in any fights. Everybody liked me, but I just remember growing up when people had beef. Oh, I'm not gonna fight you in school, but you going to that game Friday night, it's on. Am I wrong, Peach County people?
All the time.
All the time. They go over there in that corner and duke it out. What's going on, Mr. Watkins? How are you? You're right, Tick. Tick says you have to nip the cancerous actions in the bud. If not, the cancer spreads. You're absolutely right. Marco Polo says number 7 from Cross Creek pancaked the player downfield for 10 yards. The player got up and swung several times before the Cross Creek player responded. Dante says probably a message because last year they shut down the game due to something. They never figured if a fight actually occurred. Is that incident? Was that Jenkins High or was that Savannah High? Dante, let us know. Jeremy says I've been to plenty, but it was only a few times where a gun was involved. They don't play in Savannah either. Antoine says they're trying to send a message, I think, because of the comments from a separate post from our news here in Savannah. A lot of negative comments were made about the whole high school football scene in Savannah. What's going on, D? How you doing? Paul says the programs at our inner city schools are so bad, those kids are getting frustrated. So let's talk about that for a little bit. Why is Savannah has great basketball. I mean, great basketball. Oh, you got it? Okay. So what's going on with the football?
Why they back here stomping this dude over here? Who they over here stomping? Wow.
Good Lord. Did y'all see the helmet? Did y'all saw the helmet?
Referee pulling somebody off. I'm looking at it. I'm trying to focus in on one section at a time.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Marco says it's 2 videos.
This only one I'm finding so far. And but they had all these pop-ups coming up out of nowhere on my other screen.
It's buffering. Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna run it back.
Okay. Because I didn't see nothing. I just saw a whole bunch of people.
No, I'm just over here is where they stomping this dude right here in the blue shirt. You see him? Over there. You see what the mouse is? They stomping him with the cleats over here in the corner.
Yeah. Good Lord.
Coach or somebody, whoever that was.
That was crazy. Jenkins and Benedictine. That's what he said. Wow. It just ain't that serious. Tick says my son's sophomore year, there was a huge melee after a Northeast Southwest game on the field involving players. Police were threatening to lock parents up that were trying to get to their children. It was at Edna Ford, the scariest moment as a parent of an athlete. I know it is. I can't even imagine. Oh, so Jenkins and Benedictine got into it last year. Ooh. Well, y'all, let's pray. That's all I can say.
For sure. All right. I do want to bring up the conversation about the Travis Hunter hit. I can't remember if we actually talked about this or not, but I just want to know: legal hit or illegal hit, dirty play or not a dirty play.
We talked about it Monday night. Yeah, it was.
I was drunk Monday, so I don't remember.
Clearly, you were. We had a whole conversation about it.
All right, cool.
But it's okay. We can still talk about it.
Cool. No. We talked about it. Ain't no need to bring it back up. We'll carry on forward. Because my next question was, I'm not trying to. Here's the question: are we hoping for a comeback for Nick Chubb? Do we want to see Nick Chubb come back next year?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. That was a devastating injury if we want to see him come back from that.
Okay. I would love to see that man come back from that. And if I'm not mistaken, I think this is the third time he hurt that same knee. But didn't he hurt it in high school?
I think so.
Yeah, I would love to see that man come back from this one and perform at the same level he was performing at.
That's the question. Will he be able to do that? Let's see. Obadiah says it was a dirty play against Travis Hunter. Marco Polo said it was a clean hit. The ball was in the air. Paul says he still thinks it was a football play. Dante said it was a bang bang hit that could be flagged. Tick says it was a dirty play. Now they're threatening action against Shador for the eye poke. Come on, man. Yeah. Okay. But yes, Tick also says that he wants to see Nick come back. Paul says he should retire. Kenneth says Chubb is coming back stronger. And yes,
I hope so.
School and college. Antoine says it's hard to say. I would love to see him play again, but they're talking like it's a slight possibility. I mean, like if this were like 15 years ago, he'd have been done. You know what I mean? He probably would have been done in college. But I mean, with the new technology, I don't know, and medical advances, he could, I guess.
Look, here's my thing, or the way I'm looking at it, right? If they can possibly have Aaron Rodgers back from an Achilles by the playoffs, I don't see why Nick Chubb can't be back next year.
That's a good assessment.
Yes. Well, I do want to add one thing. The only thing about the Chubb injury that I'm not aware of is if he broke any blood vessels. If he broke any blood vessels, tore any blood vessels, then that's a different story.
Based on how he fell, he probably did. But, I don't know. Ken says Chubb needs to retire while he can still walk. Hopefully he has been smart with his money. I think that's what Barry Sanders did, right? He left while he could still walk. Because it wasn't like he was getting any protection. He was doing all that on his own.
Right.
Marco says, okay, he's still talking about the Colorado hit. He says only an issue because of who it was. That hit happens a lot in football. There is no rule saying that a defender has to play the ball. Dante says those ACL reconstructions are different now. Kenneth says he heard Nick Chubb needs several surgeries on his knee. Paul said that boy got rubber band knees. Dante said that Achilles ain't happening. And Antoine says they did confirm that a blood vessel was busted.
All right, so with that being said, they gotta restore that blood vessel first to save the leg, and then they'll focus on the knee.
Ooh. J-Bo,
no, because somebody else had an injury like that. What? The dude from the 40 was it? Somebody ankle went sideways and that was the main issue, was trying to save the foot. Somebody had a leg injury similar to that, and they had the blood vessel thing, and that was the main issue. Well, I want to say Smith. Was it Smith?
I don't know.
I think it was Smith that used the quarterback for the Chiefs 49ers. Alex Smith. That's what I think it was.
Smith.
Yeah, because he had a devastating knee injury where he had to have several surgeries, and the main thing was to save the leg first and then go to the knee.
Yeah. What's going on, J-Bo? He says hopefully he can come back like Adrian Peterson did. Then he came back and almost broke the rushing record that year too. Obadiah says a few CT scans, and we should know by this upcoming Sunday if the team decides to put it out there. Dante says, who remembers the McGahee hit? Tore everything. He still drafted and played. Willis McGahee, the one that played for Miami?
Yes, it happened in that championship game. If I'm not, you want to correct me on that. The championship game against Ohio State, I think it was, and I think that was a dirty hit at his knee too.
Yeah. And Tonzio says these new medical techniques are good now, but iffy in the long run for athletes. Paul, you talking about Alex Smith didn't last long in the league? He didn't. Antoine says Alex Smith is done. Tick says Smith almost lost his leg due to a staph infection. Oh my god.
Oh, that's what it. Oh, okay, that's what it was. Okay.
Gosh, that's terrible. Marco says with Chubb's age and the running back position not being valued, he won't get another good contract. He might need to take that injury settlement. And I'm gonna ask a question about that in a few minutes too. Kenneth says the quarterback from the 49ers had a bad leg injury. Darius said the Nick Chubb had the same injury with his other leg.
Oh, I thought it was the same leg he hurt at Georgia. Okay.
And Dante is saying that yes, it was that game with McGahee. Yeah, and it was a dirty hit. I remember that. I remember exactly where I was too. This is the question that I want to ask. He brought something up, and I wanted to ask you guys about it. The running back position. Running backs are having issues with how they're being valued, and I'm assuming it's because of the type of offenses that are being run. They're not getting paid what they think they're owed. So, what's your opinion on that? Do you think that they should be paid more? I think that's why Dalvin Cook left Minnesota, because he wasn't getting paid what he thought he should be paid. So, what do y'all think about running backs not getting paid like other positions?
The running back position value has changed over the years as the game of football at the NFL level has evolved. Meaning, the NFL has went from a run-heavy type offense to a pass-happy offense. Therefore, certain individuals in that offense lost value. One who completely lost value is the fullback. One that is losing value now is the power runner, because you need multiple running backs to run the type of spread offenses that are being ran in the NFL and at the college level. You want an elusive back that can pick up the blitz and pass catch. And then you also need that power back for those short yardages. So that running back position is no longer exclusive to just one player playing all three downs. You may have to find what you need for your offense in 2 to 3 different types of running backs. Prime example, if Antonio Freeman was on my team, I would never put him in on a passing down because I know he ain't going to pick up the blitz. But I would love to have Bijan Roberts in on a passing down because I know he can catch coming out the backfield. So that's the thing with the running backs. The running backs are no longer exclusive like they used to be. You need a multitude of running backs to maintain the proficiency of your offense. So therefore, you're going to have 2 to 3 different running backs that you're going to run out there. throughout the season, throughout a game. Because it's no longer just that 3 clouds and a dust type of mentality in the NFL. So that's what's happening with the value of running back. And plus, you got to also remember the shelf life of a running back is approximately 4 years. That rookie contract, if you make it past that rookie contract, you're taking care of yourself. But look at the workload that you're going to have because you're going to have a youngin right behind
you. Yeah. Ken says the average NFL life for a running back is 3.5 years. Dante said the life expectancy is 5 years. They got to get their money out the gate. Hogg says it's a passing league. Kenneth says the running back should be paid like other players. Marco says the NLPA needs to get that quarterback salary decreased and adjust the running back. When playoff time comes, those running backs are needed. That quarterback salary ain't going nowhere. Dante, what do you disagree with? He said, I disagree. They're one play from being the next Chubb. Antoine says you need 3 running backs nowadays. He said, Dante says the 3 down back is still what they look for. The scat backs, like you said, are formational.
What 3 down? If you got a 3 down, okay, prime example. Bijan Roberts can be a 3 down back because he is a complete package at running back. But how many of those in the NFL that at the NFL level, college level, hell, high school level, that you can put in the backfield, you can put in the slot, you can line them up anywhere, X, Y, Z, running back, and pick up a blitz, pass protect. It's not many running backs that has that total package. You get maybe a good 2 per draft class.
Chick says, with the focus being on passing, it supposedly devalues the running back position, but you will not win a championship without a good running back. The bell cow is indeed a thing of the past. They deserve the bread due to the wear and tear put on their body. Artificial turf is detrimental to their shelf life as well. Dante says that's formational. 3rd and 2, you ain't running them.
Okay, promise, dude. Did you not watch the Falcon game this past Sunday? You got Bijan Roberts. Once again, my statement, Bijan Roberts is the complete package at running back. 4th and short. They run a quick pitch to him. If you have a complete back, that's fine. But if you do not have that complete back, you're going to use the back for that situation. That's all I'm saying is it's hard to find the complete package in a single back. That's why multiple teams utilize, especially New England. Take a look at New England. You got Stevenson up there as your ground and pound, and then you got multiple Ezekiel Elliott to help out with the ground and pound, and i.e. pass catching. And then I forget the 3rd back that they utilize up in New England. So, like I say, Bijan is a generational talent. I'm not going to say a generational talent. I'm going to say, a generational talent at running back. Complete package. Haven't seen what he has in a long time. For me personally, to see what he has, you got to go back to the Marshall Faulk days. Small, compact, but elusive, power, all that, Emmitt Smith, all that type of stuff. You got to go back. These days, it's hard to name a back like that.
Yeah. Ken says Robinson will be gone from Atlanta after this rookie contract. NFL teams know they can just draft another running back at a cheaper price. Tick says they were lining Robinson up at wide receiver too. I said Warner Robinson, Lord have mercy. They were lining Robinson. They were lining Robinson up at wide receiver too. What's going on, Paris? And yes, Robinson is special, Dante. Antonio said he's Marshall
Faulk 2.5. Man, I got a high school story with Marshall Faulk from football camp down in Grambling that I would never share with y'all.
Okay, we'll listen to it in the backstage.
So, can I say something real quick? Sure. Because I didn't really fully watch the game the other night with Chubb, but I can tell you this: he had some explosive runs before he got hurt. Like they was just about to crank up with him. Like I did see it. I don't know what the downs were or the yards to gain were, but they couldn't stop him. And I really hate that happened to him. And to see the steal shot of this current injury and then his previous injury, like that is crazy.
Yeah. I wish him the best. I really do. This is speaking of running backs, this is the reason why I asked the question. What was the running back from the Steelers? Was it Travion Bell? Was that his name?
Oh, Le'Veon Bell? Yeah, what about him?
Le'Veon, that's right, Le'Veon Bell. I remember at some point he wasn't going, he held out. He was a holdout because he didn't get his money. Did Correct. He ever get? I can't remember if he ever got it or not.
Man, Le'Veon Bell got replaced.
Yes, and so I guess my question is, if the NFL Players Association, the union, whatever it is, the Players Association, do you think that they should fight to get running backs more money on the front end? Because
no. And the reason I'm saying no, you ain't got to finish your question. It's already established from what happened with back before they changed the way they did the monies on the contracts for rookies they just got drafted, right? Because before rookies were getting these ridiculous contracts coming, having never played a down in the NFL, they getting $30-40 million contracts, right? That got changed to where every pick has a set price. Now, the only thing that's different is the signing bonus. But your set salary for whatever pick you are, from pick 1 to pick 256 to Mr. Irrelevant, you have a price tag on that pick. So those picks are already set, with the exception of, like I say, the signing bonus. And that's to protect, one, the team investment in that player. Now, that's where that 5th-year option come in. They can either sign you on, or they can carry you on that rookie contract for that 5th year, or if you're performing, give you a new deal. But you got to remember, everybody's being drafted against potential. That's what everybody's being drafted for potential. I think this guy will do this for my team, so I'm going to draft him here. When it comes to running backs are now becoming
obsolete,
an unvalued commodity, unless you are just special.
Let's see. Nikki Stone, welcome. You want to join the live chat? What you want to talk about? Okay, yeah, y'all telling me he got traded. And that Bell said in an interview he regretted holding out. Where did he end up? Was it the Jets? I can't remember.
Yeah, somewhere like that. Yeah.
What's going on, Mr. Killebrew? Welcome to the podcast. Dante says they better value it now. NIL deals are going to shake this joint up. They're making more than NFL guys.
No, never that. No, NIL would never touch and deal with NFL contracts. It's something. No, and here's the reason why. What's the minimum amount of time you got to play in the NFL to get that retirement check for in 7 years?
7 years.
All right, 7 years, you sit. But also, though, when you're at the NFL, you have an opportunity to blow up and become something that no one, expand your potential, go beyond your potential, and get those endorsement deals for life, those lifetime endorsement deals. You can get a big endorsement deal somewhere, depending on what you do and how you perform at the NFL. Unless you in college and you winning the Heisman trophies and the O'Brien Awards, only a few select people in college is making that real money.
Yeah, he was saying what I mean is they get paid before they get there. Let's see. Marco Polo says yes, they should. They need to make it incentive based. Quarterback salary going up each year, especially after the rookie contract is over.
Every contract is incentive based.
And Tonsville says,
not really.
okay, go ahead.
Huh? For a skill position player? We're talking skill position.
Contract.
Receiver, tight ends, quarterbacks, and running backs. You telling me that they don't have an incentive-based contract?
Okay, let's be real. Let's talk about the New York Football Giants.
Okay.
New York Giants have franchise tag Saquon Barkley, who's their running back, who's their Mr. Do-It-All, who is the reason they were so-called relevant last year. Saquon did everything for them. Yet it's still Daniel Jones, who didn't perform well at all. Granted, he did have the best season that he had as a pro last year, but that was all due to Saquon being healthy and toting that load for them. Yet and still, he got the long-term deal. Where's that fair to that running back who's carrying that load and doing what he's doing?
Go back to how you opened up your statement. How did you open up your statement?
The New York Football Giants
did what to Saquon Barkley?
Franchise tagged him.
How much is Saquon Barkley making? Now, keep in mind, a franchise tag is what? Guaranteed money.
Guaranteed money. Okay, but here's the thing. His guaranteed money for that year
is $10 million.
Because of running back salary, it's still less than what Daniel Jones will make this year.
And I'm with you on that. But Saquon is making $10 million this year.
Okay,
all guaranteed.
You can franchise, bro. You can franchise a quarterback at 25, 30 million a year.
I'm with you on that. A quarterback is valued more than a running back. That's all. We don't even need to speak on that.
Again, Daniel Jones' value to the New York Giants is not that of a Saquon Barkley. I'm sorry. Kirk Cousins at one time was the highest.
Well, that joker robbed $100 million. Man, he robbed Washington for $100 million.
No, it was the Vikings gave him that contract when he left Washington.
No. Before he even got to the Vikings, he had already robbed Washington.
Speaking of robbing,
he got tagged three times out there in Washington, 3 years straight, for $30+ million each year.
Speaking of robbing, this was robbing. I remember this. The quarterback from LSU, Jamarcus Russell, killed the front-heavy rookie contract signing bonuses, $39 million guaranteed, and he flamed out. I mean, he came to training camp about 500 pounds, and he never did anything.
That's why they took that out.
Yeah. So y'all blame Jamarcus because he did it. It was he ganked the Raiders for a lot of money. I remember that. Let's see. Let's see. She says Jets. Bell went to the Jets, then he went to Kansas City, and I think he was last seen greeting at Walmart.
All right, I just want to comment on Daniel Jones' contract. You do understand that in Daniel Jones' contract, he has $35 million worth of incentives in that contract he got.
Call it what you want him. I don't see Saquon having $35 million in his.
But real quick, you can't compare a franchise tag to a contract, though. You can't do that.
Okay, so let's talk about what Obadiah's asking about. We can go and get this out the way, and then I guess we could talk about the Wizard. Obadiah says, "Who y'all got this Saturday? Number 19 Colorado or number 10 Oregon?"
Oregon.
Well, I have a former Peach County Trojan playing running back, Doak Walker, award finalists are preseason, but I'm riding with Dion on everything.
I think the question is who you think will win. You think Colorado will win, right?
On this one here, I hate to say it, but yeah. Next week is going to be the game to watch because that's going to be a goddamn shootout there.
USC.
Yes, sir. USC ain't got no defense. All Colorado got to do is get 2 stops.
Well, I hope it don't be at 10 o'clock at night because
it probably will. It will be.
Lord. It was a struggle the next morning to get up.
That game went into overtime though. I didn't watch it. I'm a grandma. I'll sleep by third quarter.
Well, we know that part, but
it's not Friday. It's not Friday. Ken says he has Oregon winning 21-17. Oh no, Oregon by 17-21. So basically, he's saying Oregon is going to win by 3 scores.
I doubt it. But real quick, let me just read something from one of our listeners that's listening on YouTube. Speaking of that, he said, I disagree with that about the running backs. He said, we say that about running backs position and their value being down, but everyone say that you got to be able to run the ball in the playoffs in order to make it to the Super Bowl. And his opinion is we should give running backs their money up front for a short-term deal and should be paid by production, not by position. Like, I don't care if you're a quarterback, if you're a lineman, if you're a DB, if you're a wide receiver, every position on the football field, considered everybody equally, put their life on the line to play this violent sport, should be played off of production and not position. So I definitely agree with that. Shout out Eddie Garrett for those comments.
Good job, Eddie. That's a great assessment.
Here's my thing. The only comment I'm going to say on that is, as an NFL owner, you can't pay everybody on your team based off their production because of the salary cap. You got to pick and choose. You got to choose the value of those individuals you want to build around. So, therefore, as an owner, you may not pay that Le'Veon Bell that multi-$100 million contract they want because you feel you can replace him because you feel you have valued other positions, i.e. your positions on your defense, your offensive line, to maintain your team's winning ways. It's a business, man. It's a business. You got to take the good with the bad. It's a business.
But the owners, I know their job is to make money, but I mean they got money hand over fist. They could give more. Tick says Daniel Jones is trash. How you doing, Juwan? Dante says, ain't that league running back minimum? And Marco says that franchise tag is horrible for a running back.
No, it ain't.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Man, all your money is guaranteed.
Why do you think these guys complain about the franchise tag, bro?
No. The reason they're complaining about the franchise tag is because they want a long-term deal put in place. But
exactly.
But at the end of the day, regardless, you got $10 million guaranteed. And guess what? You can tag me again next year because it's going to be $12 million.
Okay, well, guess what? If you sign me to that long-term deal, because let's say I get hurt in that contract, $10 million guaranteed. But if you sign me to that contract and I'm making $10 million a year and I'm successful and I don't get hurt, now I got $40 million after a 4-year deal. That sounds a whole lot better to me than just telling me I'm gonna get 10. And bro, you talking from an owner's perspective. You're not talking from the player's perspective.
That's why I say from the player's perspective, it's about the long-term deal. But the thing is, for a running back, it's going to be hard to put that guaranteed money in there because for the simple fact, what happened with Lamar Jackson this year? He was trying to get that big deal. What we not understanding and people not understanding is that big deal he got is an incentive-based deal.
But that's, again, incentive-based deals are the best deals in the way the whole NFL contract structure should be. Because if
you get hurt, you ain't going to meet your goals.
But incentives are based off of production, bro. You know, football is the only sport that contracts are not based off production.
Dude, if Lamar Jackson gets hurt next Sunday, he's not going to be able to meet his goals. Therefore, he's not going to max out that contract for the year.
But he's still going to have that, and you take a benefit and a risk of playing the game every day. So I would rather value myself to the point that I know if I go out there and do what I'm capable of doing, what I have done for this franchise for the last 4.5 years, 5 years, then I can get my contract maxed out. I'm okay with that deal. I'm okay with that. Ain't nobody. Everybody play the game. Everybody play the game, bro, knowing the risk of injury. And if you
But everybody in football wants what right now? That guaranteed money. One way to get that guarantee, man, franchise tag me all you want to. Like I said, Kirk Cousins made almost $100 million in 3 years out there with Washington by taking a franchise tag. Over 30 plus million per year. All that money guaranteed. And guess what? Every time they tagged him, each year, that franchise tag went up. I'm saying the same thing with Saquon Barkley. If he gets franchise tag last year, that tag might be $12 million.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So if an NFL team franchises a quarterback, say they did a franchise on Daniel Lee, whatever the name is.
Oh, Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones. Yeah. So would he be guaranteed $10 million? Is it a set amount or was
it's guaranteed because
quarterback franchise, it all go by that position. Like the quarterback franchise now, a franchise tag take the highest.
It's about 40 million. It's about 45.
Yeah, it takes the highest paid quarterback guaranteed money, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong on that, but it's something like that.
Average. It's the average of the top of so many top contracts, and they take the average up. So right now, for a quarterback, it's like $40 million a year.
Okay, so I guess my question is, so why we mentioning Kirk Cousins and guaranteed franchise tag? Because a position.
No. What I'm saying is what Kirk Cousins did. Okay, what Kirk Cousins did or what happened to him in Washington. It was bad for the team because it limited the team and what they could do. It was good for Kirk Cousins because he made a guaranteed. He signed a guaranteed tender. No matter what happened to him, no matter what he did, he got $30+ million each year he signed that franchise tag. What I'm saying for Saquon Barkley, if Saquon Barkley had an incentive-based contract right now on him, let's say he had to rush for 1,200 yards this year to meet an incentive to get an extra $2 million in his contract. He should have sit out 2 to 3 games because of an ankle sprain. It's going to be hard. So now he already sat down at home. 17 games, I got to average so many yards per game. I got to average 75 yards per game. Damn, I'm missing 3 games. So now I'm 225 yards behind the curve ball. But guess what? I got a guaranteed $10 million this year that's coming in to me. They can franchise tag me next year, and guess what? Regardless of what happens, that money is guaranteed and it's going to go up in value.
Okay, now pay attention to this part right here, bro. Kirk Cousins, 3 years franchise, $30 million plus every year. Okay, after that got done, he signed a deal with Minnesota for $90 million. Damn near all of it, $75 million guaranteed. Okay, what if Kirk Cousins would have got hurt that first year under that franchise tag? He'd have collected that $30 million and never played football again. You feel what I'm saying?
The only thing that's guaranteed in that contract is the signing bonus and the base salary. That's the only thing guaranteed.
In what contract?
In anybody's contract, signing bonus and base salary. That's the only thing that's guaranteed.
Okay.
So you gonna sit up here and tell me? I'm trying to pull up Kirk Cousins' contract right now.
Yes, $75 million of that was guaranteed.
Okay, so let me read these comments while y'all are doing that. So I'm gonna read the comments about this topic, and then I'm gonna go back and read about Oregon and Colorado. Okay. Paul says backs come a dime a dozen. Quarterbacks are hard to come by.
Ah, shit.
Bullshit.
Six says Kirk Cousins got $84 million guaranteed.
$84 million. That knew it was something up there, and that was a $100 million contract or something, and $84 million guaranteed. I'm sorry, baby. Go ahead.
No, you fine. Go ahead.
No, I'm done with it. I'm just speaking on that.
Let's see. Marco says I agree with that YouTube comment. Jerry Jones does it. How you doing, Mr. Robert? Marco says 10 million per year is still low.
Thank you.
Ken says if you pay by production, what is Chubb worth now on his production the rest of the year? Dante says long-term deal is what they're looking for, so franchise him for a year. And Tonzio says 10 million guaranteed ain't chump change. I mean, I could take it. Is Kirk Cousins married? 84 million.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know how much? Hold on. Do you know how much Kirk Cousins has made in the NFL since 2012?
How much?
$231 million.
Good Lord, I'll be a side piece. Dante says, you aren't guaranteed to be brought back. Marco says a top guard makes $16 million per year. A top wide receiver makes $17 to $19 million per year. Paul says, I agree with Mike. The franchise is good for running backs. And then Tick says, all money after the signing bonus is a risk. Marco says Zach Martin was the highest paid guard in the league at $16 million. Someone else got paid, so he held out because that $16 million was no longer top pay. So he held out for a longer deal. They can give running backs more money.
Exactly.
They can, but they're not though, because you gonna run every team, all 32 teams is running back by committee at the end of the day. Bottom line. So now you got to split that. You got to split that pot of money amongst those three. Somebody making the league minimum. Somebody gonna be maxed out.
Dante says franchise means you damn near on the way out.
No, franchise tag does not mean that.
Paul says the problem with running backs is it's too many good ones in the game. Kareem Hunt was on the couch yesterday. Now he got another $4 million this year. Darwin, what's up? What's up, Darwin? How you doing? Welcome. He says all contracts are incentive based and franchise tags are spun to make it seem like it's a bad deal. Marco says the average for a starting quarterback is $40 million. That's $30 million more than running backs per year.
A quarterback is more important than a running back at the end of the day.
I get that, but are they $30 million more important? That's the question.
Yes, because you see what happens when you have a bum quarterback back there running your offense versus a good quarterback. Need I say more?
Tick said, I guess he's talking about franchise. He said, franchise is based on the median base salary for the particular position. Dak made only $4 million by signing, $40 million for signing, $36 million for franchise. Cousins' whole $84 million was guaranteed like the Joker.
That was Minnesota just being stupid. I'm sorry. Yeah. Just like the Watson contract with Cleveland. That was just Cleveland being stupid. Now they're trying to backtrack and reconstruct the contract. The same thing Minnesota done did with Kirk Cousins' contract, reconstructed the contract.
Yeah, that might be his side piece too. Let's see. Marco says, how they hard to come by when Brock Purdy was drafted last? The Cardinals are starting Josh Dobbs and winning. So those are all the comments regarding to that. Now, do y'all want to go back to these Colorado, Oregon comments? And then we can move on to high school, what we're here for. Let's see. Tick says Oregon is going to win by 14. Marco says Colorado will win if Auburn Bo Nix shows up. I know that's right. He's terrible. Dante said Auburn Bo Nix, in other words. Well,
if the Auburn Bo Nix show up, then Colorado got the win. So Auburn Bo Nix is bad, horrible.
He's bad. And I guess he thought he was still in the Auburn uniform when he played.
Oh, snap. Can I say something real fast on this Colorado-Oregon thing? Okay. Sure. One, the game is played in Oregon, and the game will be on ABC at 3:30. So the game is being played at 12:30 out in Oregon.
Okay.
So we can watch it before the Georgia game come on at 7:30.
Okay, good. Dante says, let's call it what it is. Colorado's offense keeps them in games. They can't stop the pass. Jeremy says, Tiki said it right. Oregon by 14. Harris says, Noah Whittington is a baller. Colorado has to play, and Oregon is going to be a tough game. Obadiah says, I can see them bringing Travis back for next week. I hope not. I want him to
not from lacerated liver, not in a week.
Dante says State and TCU killed on crossovers the whole game.
So, hold on, sis. I can't believe I'm about to say this. I agree with Dante.
It's not the end of the world, baby. I know.
Yes, it is. By the way, I'm not going blocking. No, but they cannot stop the pass. It's very obvious. Like Ain't much more you can say about it. He called it.
Yes, Jeremy, we're going over high school teams in just a minute. Paris agrees with you, Mike, that Colorado and USC is going to be a showdown. You'll see a lot of perimeter offense in that game.
Shootout. Come on, say it with me. Shootout.
Shootout. I was shootout. Shit, same thing.
Oh man, y'all funny.
Okay, I think that's it, guys. So we can move on to the okay. Chick has a question for the NFL. What do you think about KC restructuring Mahomes' contract, $210 million over the next 4 years? I think they need to give him whatever the hell.
No, forget that. What was the total value of that contract? $500 million, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was $500 million was the total value of that contract. Yeah, they had to reconstruct that contract. They had no choice but to. It was inevitable for that to happen. You're gonna sign a man to a 500, dude. That's like that contract is equivalent to when Jerry Bud signed Magic to a $25 million contract.
That was a big thing back then.
Yeah, back in the 80s. But he was smart though. He spread it out over 25 years. But when you actually look at Patrick Mahomes' contract, Patrick Mahomes is being paid all the way for the next 7 years. Because it was a 10-year contract, $45 million. It was $450 million plus the signing bonus and some other stuff, right? But but the contract is for 10 years.
All that money. Good. Ken says a running back might touch the ball 20 times a game, but by committee more like 15. A quarterback touches the ball.
Whoa, back up. Tell me a running back that's touching the ball 20 times a game right now.
He said by committee more like 15. I don't know. He said a quarterback touches the ball on every offensive snap and responsible for getting the ball to higher paid players like wide receivers. That's the point of it. I mean, the running back touches the ball a limited amount of times, whereas the quarterback is the field general and they touch the ball on every offensive play. Marco says, let's be honest, Colorado was one bad call away from losing to Colorado State. That touchdown they called back in overtime sealed the game. Darwin says Colorado has the players. I think Colorado State's size was a factor. I think Colorado will match up against Oregon. Too close to call. And Tony Tick says they get no push up front, so the back end is vulnerable in Colorado. Kenneth says he could see Hunter dress out as a decoy to make Oregon think he's back.
I wouldn't be surprised if Prime did that right there.
Oh no, that ain't happening.
Nah, but he ain't playing for at least for a minimum 3 weeks, man, to let that liver heal up. Because if he takes another shot, it could be like threatening on him. So,
yeah. And what would be the purpose?
Exactly. I mean, if the injury report hadn't come out on him, I can see Prime dressing him out, gotten them afraid and whatnot, have them trying to scheme for him all week long. But the fact that they know his liver is lacerated, they're not concerned about him dressing out.
And if I'm his mama and I see him dressed out, I'm blessing somebody out.
Yeah, she coming all the way from Lawrenceville, Georgia to Colorado for that one.
I know I would. You better not get you. And I call Prime myself. You put my baby out there if you want to. It's gonna be me and you, buddy. Let's see. Darwin says Prime is definitely gonna look for beef on the line by next year. He's gonna have to.
Prime already said that. Prime already said he got to get bigger up front on both sides of the ball.
I guess
the thing with that is you have to give them time. Like, this is a new program, a new coaching staff. You got a new weight trainer, whatever the titles is. So you have to give them time. You can't expect these people to be hired and these kids to be just buff tomorrow.
And listen, they have triple. They're winning. They're winning in a year, so they are right for this year. They're gonna give them time, I hope.
Yeah, the upset of the season though will be Colorado or Oregon though. And when that happens and the money Vegas gonna lose, Yeah, they gonna start doing some kind of restrictions on Prime. Why would I tell you?
Okay. This is interesting by Marco. He said they can convert that money into signing bonuses and lower the base salary for free cap space. And to answer your question, Mike, running backs that carry the ball more than 20 times, Jeremy says Jerome Bettis. Conzio says McCaffrey. Marco says Tony Pollard had 25 carries last week.
Hold on. Let's back up the Marco Polo comment that they convert money into signing bonus. That's what they do every time they reconstruct the contract. That's what the Falcons were doing with Julio and Matt Ryan. That's why we was in the position we was in. Because at the end of the day, it still goes. Well, people, okay, y'all got to understand. It's a thing in there called cap hit.
Salary
cap. No, the dead cap. You got to understand dead cap. Because when you do all that, it still counts against your dead cap. So if you release a player, that's why we held on to Matt Ryan and Julio for so long, because they was going to hit us in the head for dang near $40 million.
Julio was still able to play, so I don't see what you're talking about holding on.
No, man. Julio foot was jacked up the last 4 years he was here in Atlanta. But anyway, that's a whole different conversation. But the thing was, we held on to them for so long because we knew they was eating up our salary cap, right? Why did we hold on to them? Because if we released them, we was going to get hit with over $40 million in dead cap space. That's $40 million that we could not use to sign new players. So you might as well keep them here and keep them in uniform until you can find a team to trade them to pick up some of their contract.
I don't know what none of that means, but I trust y'all. But to answer your question again, Mike, Jerome Bettis, McCaffrey, Tony Pollard had 25 carries last week. Let's see. Obadiah says Travis is going to come back next week against USC. Jeremy said that injury should have made him go press charges. If I was his mom, I would have. Tick says Hunter will be missed more at defensive back. I agree. Marco says, man, that's football. Mr. Robert says, go Georgia Bulldogs.
Dogs.
When UGA lose, I don't know what that means. Nick says the dead money is what hurts. And what are you looking at? You tagging him, Jeremy. Let's see. That's right, Jeremy. He says, put me on the practice squad. Either they get a good piece of change every now and then.
Sure do.
I'd rather do that than work a 9 to 5.
Facts on that.
Damn that, I'd rather be Freddie Falcon here. He'll 6-figure income just to get out there in a suit and cut the food.
and have fun for 3 hours. All he got to do is perform for 3 hours, 3.5 at the most.
He $100 million salary. I mean, a 6-figure salary. That man make over $100,000. Now they know they released that 6 figures, but it's well over 100,000.
Yeah, that's nice.
And I get to feel on cheerleader's booty. Yeah, I want to be free.
But you still would have for that
one. Marco says it only hurts when the player is no longer productive and producing at an elite level. What, like Russell Wilson? I don't know what happened.
Man, Russell got good money coming in. Him and Sierra's great.
And I love it. Tick says Deion will be marked by coaches in the NCAA by the end of the season. That's what I think.
And what?
Just like he said, everybody gonna be gunning at him, trying to goddamn knock him off that crown, trying to knock him off that throne.
Man, Prime ain't doing that. You know what Prime doing right now? Prime is giving the game what the game needed. Some fucking energy.
Yeah, but that ain't got nothing to do with people in charge or people in places that don't want Prime to bring that energy.
You know exactly what he's saying, Mike.
Yeah, he do.
I know he knows what he's saying. All I'm saying is Prime is bringing what's missing from college football, and that's that energy.
Okay, guys, we got a guest. We got a guest now. We're gonna get back to high school football. Thank y'all so much for talking about this. It was a great conversation. But now we are here to do what we're here for, which is to talk high school football, and Mr. Wizard is going to give his predictions for the games this week. Mr. Wizard, you ready?
I'm here. Y'all,
Hey,
wow.
how
I'm
you
listening to
doing?
y'all. I've been listening to y'all for the past hour. Y'all, wow.
Well, you tell
I'm ready.
Thirsty to stop talking so much, and we could have cut this down, but he like to talk a lot. That's okay though. Let's go.
Oh, Thursday must be drunk.
Duh.
What's new?
Okay, I was like,
I know, right?
It'll be more out of the norm to say he was sober, but let's go.
Yeah, I'm just trying to drink my perk. Anyway, single AD2. I am looking for a good game between Scott and Macon County this week. Other than that, I expect everyone in single AD2 to handle business.
Mr. Wizard, I don't mean to interrupt you, but coming from the lowest classification in Georgia high school football, I think that will probably be the best game of the weekend.
Slide making.
Slide making. Evenly matched teams, battling it out. First region game between both. More than likely, the winner of that game is going to win the region. So, yeah, I think that would be the one.
Okay.
Are you trying to take my limelight?
Not at all, Mr. Wizard. I apologize. I don't need you to put no hocus pocus spells on me.
Because you do know who my girl is, right?
That wicked witch B. So, yeah, I know.
You better be
Okay.
careful. Let's see. Darwin says neighboring counties at that. Macon versus Schley is a marquee matchup. Somebody told me last week that the quarterback from Schley County is very good. He's an awesome, accurate passer, and he doesn't really anticipate that the game will be that close. And that Schley will pull it off. Obadiah says, I see Macon pulling it off. Nikki, you want to talk with us? Okay, what do you want to talk with us about? Just
That's the second time that person has said that.
Yeah, it's the third time, I think. So, I mean, just let us know what you want to talk about. It's fine.
Don't come with no foolishness.
Yeah, but don't come.
Well, Nikki, meet me in the hotel lobby. Single AD1.
Okay.
I do have one upset. That's Mount Vernon losing to Athens Academy.
Okay.
I hear crickets. Nobody? Okay.
I don't see anything surprising.
Cool.
Nikki, it's up to the EP. Whether or not you can come on and talk, but you need to let us know what you want to talk about. What do you want to talk about? That's not telling me anything, Mr. or Mrs. Stone. Mr. or Miss Stone. Let us know what you want to talk about. But go ahead.
2A. I expect everyone in the top 10 to handle business. No upset. No losses. I'm going undefeated.
Jeremy says the Thompson game is going to be a lot worse than what you've than the score. Speaking of Callaway,
Yeah.
with the events that have come to light today, does that change your prediction at all? Well, no, that's Redan.
It's Redan. It don't change nothing.
Okay.
Talk to me next week.
Okay.
Thank you.
But yeah, Nikki, if you can come on, the EP will send you a link, and it's up to him. We'll talk to you. Okay, AAA.
3A. I have 2 of the top 10 teams losing. Cedar Grove loses to Colquitt. Calvary Davis loses to Savannah Christian. I almost had 3 because it was hard to put Carver Columbus over Hateville.
Really?
Yes. I'm losing faith in Carver and Columbus.
Jeremy said, "Dang, how many persons get in the top 10?"
Talk to the AJC.
There it is.
What do you mean? How many person get in the top 10?
Tick said Legoland gonna get abused again this week. Darwin says, what's Carver Columbus missing? J-Bo, Deshaun, if you're on, type in the comments what you think Carver Columbus is missing. And Wizard, you let us know what you think Carver is missing.
Hey, Tick.
I'm listening.
Legoland ain't getting abused at this point. It's considered molestation.
Marco. Okay, thanks, Marco. He said Nikki Stone looks like a troll page. It's suspect. Okay. Thank you for checking that out. I normally would check it out, but you know, we're live. So
Well, maybe it's Jeremy.
He said they need to do something about referees. They don't have enough to call the games on Friday. That's what you want to talk about? Okay.
Yeah, we straight.
Go Trojans. All right, we in 4A.
Okay, 4A. I have 2 upsets in 4A this weekend. Bainbridge losing to Ware. And Wayne County. I'm sorry, not Wayne County. Baldwin losing to Spalding.
Okay.
What's Bainbridge record? They undefeated?
Heck no.
Oh, okay.
They been getting abused like City Grove.
Obadiah says the Cats is an upset. The way that the Wizard pins an upset is if somebody in the top 10 loses. So while technically is not an upset because it's the number 1 team in 5A, it's an upset in that it hurts their top 10 ranking, possibly. That's the upset about it.
And just to answer your question, Bainbridge is 2 and
Bainbridge is 2 and what?
2 and 2.
2 and 2. We didn't hear that part. We didn't hear that.
Well, damn. All right. Thank you, William.
Bainbridge lost to Coffee, PCC.
Okay. All right, Mr. Watkins, we hear you.
Come on, Wizard.
Yeah, 5A. Everybody at 5 to have the business this weekend.
That's surprising to me. Y'all see number 6? So you have Houston, you have Hope Warner Robins.
And what? And what?
In football on Friday.
You must talking about the football, because you ain't talking about no American football.
Foosball.
Oh, this is not the football? It's not the football? I thought this was football.
Hey, you need to go remix that potion and get that 8-ball checked out, because ain't no way. Oh, it is a chance, but y'all already know what kind of chance.
A snowball chance.
Well, let's see.
Obadiah says he agrees with the Wiz.
Oh, of course. Of course.
What of course? I mean, here's the thing. Warner Robins starts off slow, and they've been able to come back the last 2 weeks. But number 1, Dutchtown has shown they came back against Northside. That's a rival game. And number 2, Dutchtown has shown that they can't really close out games. They're
gonna come back. All right, they're gonna bring their ass back next year to try to play Hoko, because they ain't beating Hoko this year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just don't see them starting, especially if they start off slow. If they start off slow, I just don't see them coming back on Hoko. Let's see. Tim says Hoko, we win that one. Lee County, that's a scrimmage. Northside 40, easy on them. All right, I like that confidence, Mr.
Yeah,
White.
yeah.
Obadiah says, does Hoko have the same team from last year or just the quarterback and the running back? And Darwin says, is Hoko's secondary okay? You know something we don't, Darwin?
Speak on it.
No, he don't. And Darwin.
Because I heard Hoko and Lee bringing almost everything back.
And and Hoko got 2 Power 5 commits in their secondary. So I don't know who said something about Hoko's secondary ain't that, but you're wrong.
Tim says, different teams, same result. We win big. Okay.
Well, we are. Thomas County Central can be lined up against the Georgia Bulldogs, and they say they're gonna win big. So,
he was asking if the secondary is legit. I think they are, Darwin. I think they are. He said Hoko is trash on defense.
Well, all I'm gonna say is, play the Pickers. Beat me if you can.
Okay, so let's go to 6A. Let's go to Thomas County Central's classification because they own this sucker.
Yeah, ain't nobody else there but them. It's just them.
Who?
At the top, it's just us.
I just want to know how far you looking down on everybody, TCC.
Baby, they own that. What is that? I still call it the Sears Tower up there in Chicago. They are the Sears Tower.
Looking down to the ground.
Who y'all talking about?
Nobody. Let's go on with drinking.
Tick said.
Y'all said PBS? PBS? What y'all talking about? PBS? TNT?
No, we talk about the 84 slangers.
Slayers.
Slayers.
The 84 Slayers.
Yeah.
84
I like that. The 84 Slayers. I like that. That suits them. I like that.
Y'all new name, the 84 Slayers.
I really like that for y'all. Go on and let's put the little T up there. Let's trademark that. It'll be on Facebook tomorrow. Probably.
84 Slayers. Yeah, Tick. I believe
outside of 84. They can't beat nobody outside of Highway 84.
Well, we're about to see that in a few weeks. Everybody know that but them. But it's okay. Go on with your pickle.
Okay, yes, ma'am. I have 2 upsets in 6A. Austin County and Douglas County.
Just say losses because Douglas County losing to Langston is not an upset.
Okay.
Renner Robbins is gonna lose Friday. You are from Middle Georgia because you said it right. Renner Robbins is gonna lose Friday.
Robinson?
No, Renner Robbins. See, you're not from here, Wilson. It's either Warner Robbins or Renner Robbins.
I'm learning.
Just like people from Atlanta don't say Atlanta, they say Atlanta. Yeah, same thing. Tim says one game a year, Hoko gets punched in the face. That's when they play Central. Let's see. Everybody's playing for second place in 6A. 84 murders TCC. God be over TCC. And now you just playing now, Ken.
Of course it's God be over TCC. Can't nobody in Tallahassee to really play football. I live here. 5 minutes from the stadium. Ain't nobody, they don't play ball like they do in South Florida and South Georgia. Believe me.
Wow.
You don't get you get a cupcake if that.
Okay. Let's see. 7A.
Okay. 7A. I only have one top 10 team losing. And that is Parkview losing to Mill Creek.
That's gonna be a good game.
Nah.
You don't think it's gonna be a good game?
It ain't gonna be no good game. It's just Parkview is not losing to Mill Creek.
Had to pick them.
Is that a game in the pickle, Mr. Wizard?
I don't know. You got to play it. You got to play it to see.
I played it, Mr. Wizard. I don't think that's a game.
Tim says got me over TCC only in alphabetical order. How you doing, Mr. Britt? What's going on down there in Valdosta? How you doing, Deshaun? Welcome. Tim says
I want to.
So hold on, I feel a little page and Jeremy got a new page and I can see his little lame comment talking about we ride together. Child, pull up and watch some people turn on you. We all might jump you.
You didn't know, sis. Jeremy.
No, I don't know. Well, you know, I've been partying, minding my own business. It's Virgo season.
Drinking water.
Auntie was outside, but yeah, let me go and block that one too.
He's in Facebook jail, baby.
Yeah, I told him to get him out of here. They wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt. So,
I mean, he knows.
Please don't start the picket lines and the free Jeremy signs because we don't want to hear that.
I mean, he's only one profile in the group, so that's in Facebook jail. So he can't come in with another one, and he knows that if he does, he's out of there permanently because this is not a democracy. Tick says I'm taking Parkview.
Thank you.
Let's see. Daryl says he will be at the McEachern game Friday night. He said everything.
And who?
Valdosta. The wizard didn't tell us bye. What the hell? Okay.
Man, the wizard said y'all were talking too much. He dipped out. He going to refill his cup.
Well,
I think he got mad because he only got 4 picks right this week.
Well, we would have feel about 7, 8 anyway. So tell the wizard thank you. We'll holler at him next week.
Well, hey, the one thing, the wizard did want to make sure y'all understood. He is over 80%, and he does not intend on falling below that number for the rest of the year.
Mr. Wizard, and my pick'ems I'm well over 80% also, sir.
Yeah, but you only picking 10. Nah, come on now, dog. You picking 10 games, the Wizard picking 80. Come on now.
Hey, I'm just telling you, I can pick along with the season too.
Come on, man.
Than the Wizard.
You picking 10, the Wizards picking 80 teams a week. 80 teams a week, and to be over 82 and to be over 80%, that's a goddamn good percentage for him.
Yeah, but if I was picking 80 teams, I'll probably be like 90-something%.
Okay, y'all got
he went 94% last week.
Oh, he had a hell of a week. He had a couple of 100%ers in there, about 4 to 8 classifications.
That's because he wasn't drinking last week.
He wasn't drinking. That purple potion had put him down.
So listen, y'all. Yeah, Tick said the wizard was on one tonight. See, the wizard left before he could answer. Lounge over Grayson. That's the question. Mr. Killebrew wants to know, why did the wizard pick Lounge over Grayson? And do you all agree that Lounge will beat Grayson?
And what?
Oh, he came back. See, I was going to get mad at you.
No. Damn, I'm glad he back. Mr. Wizard, what in God's name do you think Lowndes County finna beat Grayson in?
Must be baseball and barely that.
Sure.
I didn't say that.
Put it back up.
Pull your pick'ems back up, Mr. Wizard.
And don't be trying to change them before you put them up.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably why he's up anyway. We don't appreciate that.
How you doing,
to our listeners.
I have Grayson winning. We got Grayson winning.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Mr. Killebrew, you just can't see. Okay.
What's the problem?
Okay.
Loudon does not play good in Atlanta.
Well, Lowndes don't want a couple championships up there in Atlanta.
Okay. Gwinnett County.
And they don't do well against Gwinnett County teams.
That's a long ride.
Kenneth said 34-24 Grayson. Didn't Grayson and Lowndes switch coaches or something?
I thought he left Grayson and came to Lowndes because we talked about Grayson going down to Val Austin getting beat last year, and now he's down there coaching them.
Okay, that's what it was. That's what it is.
Yeah, so I thought he did. Now I know Lowndes' coach is not at Grayson.
Yeah, no, that guy came from
where Collins Hill, maybe
somewhere, one of those Gwinnett schools. Yeah, I remember that because I thought it was really weird that they hired the guy that they. But I guess he was down there before.
I think it was a Miguel Patrick type thing. Miguel come down with Cedar Grove. Chris County beat him, and then he's coaching Chris County that next year. I think that's kind of the way it went with Lowndes. Grayson came down. Grayson was a heavy favorite. Lowndes beat him, and the next thing you know, he's taking the Lowndes County job.
Yeah. When was the last time Grayson lost to that other Valdosta team? You talking about Valdosta?
Last year.
Last year, Grayson lost.
Yes, they lost to Lowndes last year.
And the coach that's at Grayson now came from Gainesville.
Gainesville, that's where he come from.
So these are the top 10 guys for the week. Y'all make sure y'all go on the page if y'all want to play. Pick them and see if you can beat the Wizard for this week. We're halfway through the season, so you might not be able to catch up to actually win, but you can still play for fun. You might be able to get in the top 5 to go to the playoffs.
No.
I will say this. That top 5 is tight.
What do you say?
The top 5 play me in the playoffs is tight.
Yeah. But my brother cousin say he is not losing his lead. Ain't that right?
No, sir. No, sir. Sorry for ya.
I don't know who Keith Stewart is, but he was on top for a while. Yo came back week before last, and then he went to bed a little bit last week. So now they're tied.
But my dumb ass gonna talk about a pick, call the pick, say it was gonna be the upset, and still didn't choose him in the pickle.
Yeah, you deserve that one, buddy.
All I'm gonna say is this: enjoy the regular season, and I'm coming out in the playoffs.
So
I ain't coming up off my money.
Well, who money you coming up off then?
Nobody. Y'all paying me.
Y'all don't have to pay the Wizard.
I'm gonna need $10 from everybody.
Y'all not paying. Y'all don't have to pay the Wizard. Don't listen to him. They're gonna stop playing. You don't have to pay.
I'm about to say, who paying the Wizard?
Ain't nobody paying him. You don't need no money. You can conjure up whatever you want.
Hey, so I'm reaching out.
Ain't nobody finna win my $50.
Well, you better catch up, because right now
I ain't gotta catch up. I'm in it automatically.
Yes, but okay. So let me ask you this:
Yes.
In December, after 15 games,
yes,
are we doing a whole season total, or are we just doing a playoff total?
The regular season determines who plays me in the playoffs.
And the playoffs determine who gets the
playoffs determines who gets the $50.
Uh-huh.
Just like last year.
Okay, so right now you just doing this for fun.
Nah.
It's not for fun, it's for the opportunity.
They doing this for the opportunity.
I'm saying you doing it.
$50 for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because right now you might not, the way it is, if you were just a regular person, hell, you might not be playing yourself.
I'll be in fourth place.
Yeah.
If I was a regular person.
Yeah.
But I ain't regular.
Well, who's in first?
I don't know. All I know is
I want to know who Keith Stewart is because he's.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe you need to reach out to this Keith Stewart, Mr. Wizard, so we can get some updates on him.
Tick says he sees the Wizard losing in the playoffs.
Definitely. To who, Tick? Go ahead and tell him. Go ahead and tell him, Tick.
Obadiah says he missed 2 weeks, so he knows he's far behind. But you can play for fun.
Never. You're never behind.
All you gotta do is go undefeated, Obadiah.
Go undefeated, and you'll catch up. All you gotta do is go undefeated 2 weeks, and you'll more than likely catch up
to number 5. Like you ain't catching me though.
I think you can catch that Barry Van guy.
Yeah,
and that Jeremy Williams. We can't even see the posters this week.
What are you doing out here, Monk? Get in there.
That Jeremy Williams can't even see the post this week.
So he excluded for this week because he in chain game. Can't vote being in chain game.
You can't.
That's the sound of the man working at the chain.
He said
I love y'all. Hey, real fast. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I got to go.
Well, thank you for telling us goodbye this time.
No problem. I'll see y'all next week.
All right, be good.
All right, Wizard. We'll holler at you.
Mwah.
And don't be kissing at us. I'm gonna have to cut you.
Exactly. We don't need no spells and bruising. You know, October coming.
Well, that joker trying to get us all killed, ain't he? Who you blowing kisses at? Who was flirting with him today?
Must be Jared, the mule chaser.
No, man.
I heard him tell my contract earlier. At least 2 of them.
Man. Well, the Wizard got some crazy picks going on this week.
Obadiah has a question for you guys. Do you think Northgate will beat Veterans this week? I know they're not in the top 10. I just want to know.
No. Nope. All right.
No.
So here's my question for the what time is it?
It's 8:55.
Oh, snap. So Sister Jess.
Yes.
Do you want us to go ahead and present the question of the day?
Yeah, sure. Guys, y'all ready for the question of the day?
Not yet.
Question
Not yet.
of the day.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, why not? Okay.
Yes, and no, because I'm kind of scared.
It's not bad, but
it's not bad. You know what? It's Wednesday. It's hump day. We're trying to get over the hump because everything from here is down here. It's a cool, mellow, humble, easy question.
Well, go ahead then.
Okay, man. Y'all think we're gonna come at y'all like that? Y'all funny.
Y'all, it's real. It's real. I don't know.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's a good
Bottom line is this. Man, look, the score, you at halftime. It's 14-28. You got to get your team up. Who do you want to give your halftime speech? You want Coach Prime or you want Kirby Smart to get you hyped up? Get out there in that second half and win that game. That's all we want to know.
Obadiah says Prime.
Man, I don't know. Them Kirby Smart speeches be off the chain though.
Man, I be ready to run. I want to run through a wall after I hear.
No, I was just about to say, if you're talking about a halftime speech to prep you up, give me Kirby. But if you're talking about a pregame speech to have me amped up going out there on that field, then I'll take Prime.
For sure. I'm with you on that one, yo. You know we don't agree a lot, but I'm with you on that one.
Tick says Kirby Smart. I guess that's EP. He says Coach Prime and Saban. Larry Pope says a coach.
You know what? Let me take that shit off the screen.
Larry Pope says a coach who won multiple championships. Mr. Robert says Kirby Smart. Tick says pregame Prime.
Now I know we got more viewers watching than them.
Did we really have to compare these two?
No, we're not comparing the two. We understand what the two brings to the game. Dion brings a good pregame speech, but them halftime speeches, Kirby Smart is undoubtedly hands down the best man at it. So we're just trying to get y'all to think about it.
And the fact that my sister cousin and I, along with the EP, got to meet Kirby Smart. And if you ever meet the guy, he just so meek, humble. You know, you wouldn't even think he's rah-rah. But if you ever paid attention or seen any of his halftime speeches, it's a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde type personality. Give me Kirby halftime. Give me Prime pregame.
Kenneth says, Kirby, go Dogs. Miss Linda, welcome to the podcast, Miss Linda. Thank you for listening. She says, Kirby. Kendrick says, Prime has a DJ in the locker room.
Well, City Grove got a DJ on the field.
Kirby is the master of the halftime speech.
Copycats. Peach did that like in 12, 13 or something.
No, they did it in, no, I'm going to tell you when they did. They did it in 16, I think it was.
Oh, so just because I said City Grove, y'all had to mention Peach, huh? Y'all just couldn't let me have my day.
Not at all. We just know y'all built the model off of Peach, so that's all.
Just saying, y'all
lies you telling.
You just saying.
Well, we built the beach, Blessed Trinity in Westminster. We ain't built the beach, y'all. Y'all just happen to be the after effect.
Okay, we not having that conversation again.
Okay, moving on.
Y'all the only one that had no damn DJ.
Okay.
And I hope we don't have no more. Cause we lost.
You welcome, Linda. You are heartfelt welcome.
We had a DJ and they took him, and it's been shitty ever since. And that's all I'm gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
Goddamn T-Town.
Tick says, I wish I could have heard Kirby with UGA being down 14-3 at halftime to South Carolina. Ooh.
Oh, can I comment on that one? Please, before we move forward.
Sure.
Okay. With that being said, Kirby actually came out and spoke about that either today or yesterday. And this is what Kirby said, word for word. As I'm walking to the locker room, I'm hot. But the team psychologist stopped me and said, hey, you're good. You cannot get 14 points in one play. So Kirby Smart walked into the locker room with a different mindset because of the team psychologist.
Wow.
So that's that. So that explains. So that should give you insight to what he said to them, because it wasn't live today, die tomorrow situation, i.e., the state championship game, as when he was against Alabama, i.e., or Ohio State, where he had to get this team up for the second half. It was, look, first half, you're down 14 points. You're not going to get it all back in one play. Do what you do. Stay within yourself and play your game, and you'll get back in. And that's what Georgia did last week.
Yeah, and I think he kind of piggybacked off that when he came out and they asked him, and he said, we'll get 6 possessions this half. We just got to score on each possession type thing. I think they ended up getting 5 instead of 6, and they put up points through them all. So that's what I mean by Kirby and the leadership that he shows. So
yeah. Obadiah says Brooks County has a DJ. The DJ was louder than the PA system. Shade. Better never rest. That's right, Tick. That's UGA's motto this year. Better never rest. Ken says, good thing Cedar Grove isn't on Highway 84. TCC will whoop that ASS.
Stop right there, man, because I got to comment on this. Yeah. That's all I'm going to say. For the past 4 years, we done reached out to every school in the state of Georgia. TCC didn't pick up that phone. So that tells me TCC knew better, because TCC ain't been crap since last year. So with that being said, TCC, humble yourselves before 6A before your region humbles you.
Ooh.
That's what I'm gonna say on that. TCC, you are more than welcome to come to Ellenwood and get baptized in the waters of Ellenwood at any given time. Okay, moving on. What's the next comment? I'm sorry. I had to get that out. Am I missing something here? Y'all got quiet all of a sudden.
No, let's see.
I think Jeff had to think about it for a minute.
No, TCC
Cause you
ain't
know
running.
Cause you know what happened when Jess get quiet.
No,
Yeah, I know. It is fall, ain't it? Fall starts.
Exactly. When it get
Fall
cold.
starts on Saturday.
When it get cold.
Fall starts on Saturday.
Y'all ain't gonna do that.
I had to step away for a minute, you jackasses. TCC ain't running, are they? Deshaun says Carver Columbus don't need a DJ. Our band has a hell of a library.
Okay.
Well, shit, City Grove only got 13 in their band, but shit, they can be goddamn doing it though.
The thumping 30.
I ain't gonna say TCC was running. I'm just gonna say they had some track shoes on.
Hey, cause we don't came down. Hold on, what's the furthest south? We don't. Yeah, we don't been down to Lounge.
Right.
We don't been down to Bainbridge. Bainbridge,
Yeah,
Lounge,
but
Bainbridge. All I'm saying is,
he said you missed the smiley face. You going in, but you missed.
Oh, my bad. Hey, dog, don't mention City Grove because I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna come at you. That's all I'm gonna say.
He said, "What's y'all's take on Georgia OC Bobo? Is he the answer for the OC position?"
Nah.
I want him back from Baltimore. That's all I'm gonna say on that. I want
Monkey.
I want Monken back. I want Monken back. Bobo, here's my opinion.
That's fine. Bobo can come home. We'll take him. Hell, we need him.
No,
come on back to Thomasville, Bobo. They don't want you there. Just come on home. Shit.
No, hold on. Here's my thing with Bobo. I need for Bobo to stop being cute and let Georgia do what Georgia do. Georgia establishes the run to set up the pass. I understand you're trying to get Carson back, some stats, trying to get him an NFL contract, get him picked up as a draft pick. I get that. But
they're trying to reward the man for staying and not leaving.
And that's what I'm getting at. And that's what I was getting at. And I get that. But you got the kid out of Tift County running hard. You got a freshman running back in Robinson. Colquitt. Man, I can't speak English. Leave me alone. You got the kid from Colquitt County running hard. You got Mr. Robinson doing his thing. You got the kid from Texas, Cash Money Jones, doing his thing right now. Let the running game set up your pass game. That's all I'm saying. You got to start faster than what you're starting in the first half. Okay, moving on.
Okay, comments. Let's see. Pick says he's getting better each game. Deshaun says hell no to the no. Obadiah says Bobo Thomasville. Oh, I started to say Thomas County. I'm sorry. Bobo Thomasville High School head coach next year would be lit.
Ain't gonna happen.
Curtis Reese, welcome to the podcast. He says Georgia stopped setting up the run with Monken
left. That's where he forgot the word left. Yeah, that's what he forgot.
Deshaun said UGA better pass that ball. Everybody knows they can run the ball. Tick says
Stop. All right, I gotta respond to Deshaun. Okay. Sean, you're not an SEC player. You played one game in the SEC, which was basically a down South Carolina team. You have nothing to prove. There's no need for you to show anything. So mash them in the face, punch them in the mouth, run the ball. When you get in the SEC play against Florida, Tennessee, Auburn, that's when you show your passing game.
Now, damn that. That's what Georgia's been built on and won 2 national championships back to back. You got a big offensive line. Everybody know you're going to run the ball, but you still was able to power and manhandle and get productive yards. It all start with the first down play. If you get an incomplete pass on first down, you're behind the sticks. When you turn around and hand that ball off behind that offensive line and you get 4 or 5 yards, 6 yards on the first carry, now you can open up your playbook for a 2nd and 3, 2nd and 4. to do anything because you know you still got another down to get that first down. Georgia needs to run the ball regardless.
Fact.
Tick says Beck looks a little slow with his helmet off. No shade.
Boy, I tell you, cut it out.
Deshaun, I guess that's an invite, guys. Tailgate in Auburn, September the 30th from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. down in Auburn.
Oh, boy, I got to think about that one. But that's so enticing right there.
That's about an hour and 15, hour and a half drive for me, Deshaun. I'm all for it.
No,
so enticing.
That's the Columbus. It's 2 hours.
It take me 45 minutes to get to Columbus.
You crazy. You don't speak to no Butler, no
okay.
Which
He on the cannonball, man. He on the cannonball run.
Clearly, it's
hey guys, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I literally just saw the comment and I heard you talking when you said THF, but I was muted and I was talking shit to my sister who was only a cheerleader and in the band, but she don't give a damn about football no more. Ken, as far as coaching goes, we could follow suit with what Tipton is doing. So let's be clear on that. If the community stands and cares enough about the program, we'll make something happen. There's no reason why the current state of Thomasville High's program should be what it is. That is very unacceptable. Even in losing seasons, we've never been like this, and we ain't bad. It's just so much with politics and unnecessary stuff. And I'm gonna say that and be done because I try not to be like everybody else and over talk about other people's business on podcasts. Solid use of air quotes.
Okay.
Hey, hold on. Hey, hold on, real fast. Hey, Sister Kira.
Yes.
Coach, don't worry about check, baby.
No, I ain't worrying about nothing.
Coach, don't worry about RC Cola. Coach, don't worry about tab.
Damn, they can't even get Pepsi. Woo. Wow.
So
I see the shade.
Thursday. We'll talk backstage.
Okay.
30 minutes. What part of Columbus y'all in? 30 minutes from Columbus. Auburn is 30 minutes from Columbus.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it ain't that far. Cause you gotta remember Columbus right there on the border anyway.
Listen, I know you
We
get on
know, you know.
You get on 280, you go to Opelika. Auburn is 8 minutes from Opelika, but then you got to get out the exit. You got to get out the exit and you got to go down about 5 or 6 miles to get to Auburn. It's gonna take you more than don't leave your house.
5 or 6 miles might be a stretch, but my grandmother lives in Smith Station. Right outside of Phoenix City, between Phoenix City and Opelika. I mean, I'm telling you, hour or so, I'm pulling up in their yard from Fort Valley. So yeah, I get to Auburn in an hour and a half.
Okay, so if you all right. Let's see. Curtis says Stetson threw for 3,000 and 4,000 yards. When Monken came, they went pass first, then run. When Chaney was OC, UGA was run heavy.
Hold on, can I stop you right there? Because what you got to realize is Georgia did a lot of play action pass.
And that's what Georgia play action pass. You got to establish the
run. Thank you. And that's what they did. Go back and look at the stats from last year. How many rushing touchdowns did Brock Bauer have by himself? And that will tell you how they established the run. They did not just establish the run with the running backs. They used Bowers. They used what's the kid name that's out with his back hurt? Number 84. McClunky on reverses, jet sweep. Yeah. On reverses.
On jet sweeps and reverses.
Yeah. And that's what they was doing to establish the run. That's what I'm saying. Georgia is known run first, pass second. They get the passing yards off the play action from the run. That's what Bobo is not doing. To me, Bobo is trying to be too goddamn cute. with Carson Beck back there.
Is he being cute or conservative?
He's being cute. He's being too cute. Bottom line, end of the day, he's being too cute. Because, dude, you got some horses in the stable at running back. We know your receiver room is straight right now. Well, I'm not going to say straight, but your receiver room is coming up to speed because you got 2 transfers from the transfer portal. Ra and the other kid you got in the receiver room, along with Mary, St. Mary Rosemary, whatever his name is, him, and then Brock Bowers, and you got a top receiver sitting on the sideline with a bad back. We know what you got at receiver. And then on top of that, number 81, what is it, 81? 86?
86.
Bell, you got Bell. Bell is Cordell Patterson 2.5. We know what you got in the receiver room. Establish the run to allow them receivers to get past them safety, because you establish the run, them safety step up, the linebackers going to read run first. You can go in behind the linebackers, or you can go over the top, over the safety. It's simple football. Bobo is making it so complex to where it doesn't have to be there.
Okay, so we're gonna read these last couple of comments before we wrap up for the evening. I agree with you, Jeremy. He gonna get a $1,000 speeding ticket one day. Let's see. What are we on?
It might be next weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, it ain't gonna be next weekend. You ain't the designated driver next weekend.
Me and Black Beauty is taking it up through there.
Okay, you got like Nick Stone. He said, I think Tennessee or Florida will be the team that upset Georgia this season.
I don't know what team you looking at.
So Nick Stone, they said your page looked like it was a spam page. I'm starting to believe that. So you just talking upside down.
They ain't talking no crazy.
Man, talking out the side of your neck. Talking out the side of your neck.
Read what Jeremy says. Oregon should have did it last year, but hey, that's just my opinion. Can't play the refs either. Now, you got beat to sleep 49-3. You think the refs had something to do with that? Come on. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. Deshaun says, who else coming to the Thomasville versus Carver Columbus?
Man, I want to wake up Sunday. I want to wake up the next morning, so I ain't coming.
Jess and I are coming, Deshaun.
And of course, Shakira will be there. Yes, I'm driving down to Columbus, Deshaun.
No.
Don't be putting my business out. Who's your food?
Man, I ain't playing with y'all no more tonight.
Podcast. Oh, now, now ask him who car we taking now. We taking my car. How's
somebody? And I gotta come from the bottom. So
but here's the thing: how you gonna tell somebody else you driving their car? They can't drive their car. You gonna drive it?
Hey, you can drive it, but I won't be in it. If we in there together, I'm driving.
What they do that at, man? Y'all, I can drive, man.
Gosh, yeah, I ain't gonna say you can't. I'm just talking about everything that goes on while you're driving. The road rage, man. It's like you need counseling.
Okay, we not going there tonight. Now he act like he didn't just cuss somebody out the other day on the phone, but that's neither here nor there, people. We are so glad that y'all joined us tonight. Thanks to all who participated. Shout out to the Wizard with his predictions. Shout out to all of you podcast listeners for listening and your input. I think we had great conversation tonight. Thanks to all the panel members. Y'all did a great job. Thank you to the EP for holding it down behind the scenes. We appreciate it. And thank you, Tick. I love you. He said Jessica Abrams can drive. You doggone right I can. And again, y'all make sure that y'all come back this Friday night at around 11:30ish. It is the Say It With Your Chest edition. So anything goes. We're gonna talk about high school football. Y'all can tell us what you're happy with, what you're not happy with. And we will see you then. Panel members, y'all got something else to say?
I'm gonna say on Friday night I'm cussing. And you better not lose.
Me too, girl.
All I got to say is I love y'all, man. I really do.
Love you too. And hopefully Friday night I'll be in a good mood because my team will actually win.
Obadiah, I ain't gonna take it easy on none of y'all because y'all wide open with your chest out, hamburger meat showing and shit. Like a silk shirt with all the buttons down. I'm on y'all ass.
Hateville on the clock. Okay. Well, thank y'all guys. We will see y'all Friday around 11:30. Y'all take care. Okay. Good night.
Good night.
Peace up, A-Town down, shouty.